Hi everyone, welcome back to another video on this 1981 Porsche 911 SC. We've been making really good progress on this. As you know, it first came in for a bare metal repaint, but it's escalated into a full restoration. So in the last video, we got it back from the blasters, we got it on the chassis jig, made sure it was all true and straight, and made a start on the metalwork that was required. In this one, we finish off the majority of the metalwork, and as you can see, we've made a start on the bodywork as well. We're going around it, getting all the gaps nice, and we have started a little bit of a dry build, so check it out.
Okay, so if you remember at the end of the last video, we'd repaired both of these rear quarters. They both had 3 sections let into them and they weren't in the best shape. So the next thing to do is get these fitted. I start by clamping the rear quarter in place exactly where it came off, and I can use the old marks from the spot welds to line it up. As you can see, I'm just doing a couple of welds and cooling it immediately to try and stop that heat causing too much warping. With the quarter panel welded on, I can now lead load the join between the quarter panel and the sill. The key here is to warm the lead up so it's the consistency of peanut butter. You don't want to get it too runny, otherwise it will all run off the panel and end up on the floor. Here you can see that I've lead loaded the front of the sill as well. This is because these reproduction panels always seem to come up a little bit short in the pressing, and that is this rear quarter all finished now. I'm really pleased with how this has come out. Next up is this near side rear corner and bumper mount. It's made up of a fair few layers and it really rotted out. We didn't have any reproduction panels for this area, so Jim has made a fantastic job of fabricating them. And there we go, that is that near side rear corner all finished, and so is all of the inner quarter as well. So now Jim can focus on fitting that quarter panel. Before we can weld on the rear sections of the quarter panels, I decided to fit the hinges for the engine lid so we can test fit an engine lid and get the gaps absolutely spot on. I did have a ducktail that I was initially going to fit to this car, which was made of fiberglass, but once I'd fitted it, it was so far off from fitting nicely, I decided it couldn't be trusted to gap up these rear quarters. So I took it back off and decided to fit the original whale tail that came with the car. So as you can see, the gap along the top to the rear scuttle isn't too bad, but actually it's sitting really low. And the edge that sits against the quarter panel on this right hand side is really wobbly, so I just cannot use this and trust it to get this right. So as you can see, this whale tail fits the top much better. It's sitting nice and flush with a nice even gap along the top. However, it does show that this rear quarter does run out very slightly at the bottom. We're not actually going to be using this engine lid, so I've decided to wait for a smooth engine lid to come back from the blasters, as I didn't want to get this wrong. Here we have some rear shock tower stiffening brackets. I've got some templates that I make a copy from, and we fit these on most cars. They weld onto the inside of each rear quarter panel and then run along the rear cross member just to keep everything stiff, but we do have to remove some of these brackets first. Next up, I decided to fit both front wings and the bonnet, just to get everything gapped up on this front end exactly as we want it. It did take quite a lot of fettling to get it right. The bonnet needed a little bit of work, and the wing to the doors needed a little bit of work as well, but we got there in the end. With that front end all gapped up, I now could turn my attention to this panel under the dash. It's going to be really awkward to repair this, and I have to fabricate the panel. But the first things first, I'm going to cut this rust out. With the rust cut out, I could then make a cardboard template. I could then transfer this template onto a piece of metal, trim it to shape, and then use the bead roller to put an edge or a flange onto it. As you tip a curved flange onto a panel, it does distort it slightly, so I then had to shrink the edge. Once that was done, I could just neaten it all up with a hammer and dolly and do my final trimming before welding it into place. That is now all of the welding finished on the outside and the inside of the car, which just leaves the underside, so we decided to get it off of the jig and into the prep room so Chris and Owen could crack on with the bodywork. We'll finish the welding on the underside of the car when we can get it onto the rollover jig. But before the lads could crack on with the bodywork, I had to lead load this sill joint. We finally got the engine lid back from Media Blasters, and this is the one we'll be using. It's gapped up really nicely, so now I can weld on the rear parts of these rear quarters. With the rear quarters welded on, we could then fit these rear light housings, and then we'll get this whole rear end built up to make sure it all fits nicely. And as you can see, it's all hands on deck. We've got Chris and Owen carrying out the bodywork on the shell, while Jim's finishing off that near side rear light housing, and I've finished all the welding I needed to do as well. Hopefully we'll see this in primer by the end of the week. So that is this rear end all finished now. We've test fitted the light housings and obviously this rear reflector as well. And yeah, really pleased with how that's all gapped up. Well, that brings us to the end of another video. In the next one, hopefully we will start getting some paint on this. I'm excited to show you guys the colours. At the moment, the client has given us 7 different colours to do spray outs of, so I'm excited to see what colour it's going to be as well. So yeah, I'm hoping you guys have enjoyed it. Please remember to hit that subscribe button to stay up to date with what's going on with the channel. It'll be a few weeks before we get another video of this car up, but the next video we post will hopefully be the 87 Carrera that's had a bare metal repaint, and that will be finished. So yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.